Hi there. Just another trans elder here. My name is Ricky, and I live in North County, San Diego, California, in a tiny home. It's really a trailer. I lived here for a long time. Today's subject that I have on my video today is a continuing of a subject that I've had and several comments and some interest in is why are old people viewed as being angry? Why do a lot of us seem to be really angry and then a lot of us are nice? Well, at least I see that a lot of us, but a lot of people don't see a lot of nice people. They just see a lot of old people, mean, angry old people. There are several reasons. Some of those I've touched on before, having to do with not accepting change, and seeing a younger generation in the way they express themselves is not acceptable to them and their norms. Of course, those are all prejudices. Those are things that we can't do anything about. There's nothing to do anything about that. But there is another thing that it happens where people may be expressing anger, uh, and they can't help it. And let me just talk about that for a second. When in my peer group, and as I'm observing, I still have one of my parents left, and I'm watching that as a phenomenon of aging, and I may not have her much longer, and that's she's precious to me, and that phenomenon is something I'm trying to prepare for. A lot of people have already been through that stage of grief, but I'm familiar with grief. And although I know it's going to hurt a lot, but I can also process that. But let's talk about grief in another way. What if I lose something else? What if I lose my car? What if I lose my sight or my legs or I lose anything that's precious that I need? I might be a little bit angry about that. That's the first stage of grieving is anger. And a lot of people, older people that can't walk anymore, or they can't see, or they can't hear, they express themselves in anger until they can accept that. And I've kind of observed that because or when they're in pain, when somebody's in pain, it's hard to be happy when you're hurting all the time. Arthritis, old age, aging, the phenomenon of aging isn't the easiest thing in the world. And a lot of people say, if you talk to an old person, they're always going to say the same thing. It's a bitch getting old. Yeah, it is. But if you take care of yourself, you treat it like a pet. I mean, some people treat their pets a hell of a lot better than they do their own selves. Excuse my language there. That wasn't French. I don't know where it came from. But anyway, I do appreciate you watching the short video, and I'm going to say see you later until I make another one, which is going to be pretty soon. Bye.